Okay, now I've actually went around and looked. As said I would, I have not been able to find an entrance, but something and I had a look around for codexes. I did find some more, but not where I thought they were. I plus found a little note which I'd like to read, which is somewhere in between. It's like an underwater hallway. But they're in some very interesting places, and there's one which I completely forgot to look at, which was at the Dome of Atlas, which is, I think, why this is still showing as a symbol. It's not got the little tick on it, so let's begin. Message from Fanny is 3 or 4. I should be safe for a few moments. Yes, humans weren't obeying Isu and the project was under threat of termination. Fortunately at this time, new technologies were in development incorporating the incredible properties of metal known as adamant. I implanted neural controls into the brains of our human subjects, which we could then manipulate with our adamant powered devices. Oh, that's how it works. I very quickly became the most highly regarded scientist in all of Eden. But this came to an end when I fell in love with a human woman. She was brilliant, beautiful. So I did the unthinkable. I surgically removed her neural control and we escaped. Huh. Now I do believe I've already gone through the 4th of Barnes, so it certainly adds to the story a whole lot. Now, I have gone and tried the twin blades, the daggers. I don't know. To me, I might have to use them with the spear, but when I used the mace, it wasn't a great deal of overpower. It wasn't overly that powerful. I think for the moment I'll just change this to the dagger. And I'll change this to spear. Because I'm thinking that even though with the mace you can inflict damage on multiple targets at once, excuse me, I don't think it applies, so I think it has to combine with other abilities. Those weapons have a lot of minor abilities combined into them, but I think you have to use them, you know, in combination with other weapons to have an effect. So, okay, so we are going the right way. I know there's a little corridor path around here. I just have to find it. Is this where it is? I think it might be. So it looks like it. There's little caches of materials you can pick up. There's about 5 of them. Now there's a note along here, if I can find it again. Ah, where is it? Oh, it must be through here. Where are you? Where are you? No, it's under here somewhere. I didn't even clock it till I was just randomly looting and I found it. Okay, I definitely know it's in here. Oh, here it is. So, I'll just show you where exactly we are. There's like twin staircases going down. Just show on the map. So pretty much right here. There. It's a little note just lying on the floor. It's very, very easy to miss. Thank you. Letter from Mizzies or Nises. Yeah, I think it's Mesnes, could be. Atlas. I don't know how you can still call him father after letting that hybrid become Dicastes, but I have a plan. It is time to let a true visionary rule Atlantis. All we have to do is open the gates. So first thing I'm going to do is head off to the palace. Because we're going to read a codex at the Doma of Atlas. Atlas? I think it's just Atlas. Called Atlas. Atlas. I guess we'll find out if someone says his name in the game. Much the same like with Pythagoras, although we've always known him through mathematics as Pythagoras, so I suppose it just depends on the pronunciation, so... It's a slightly long-winded way to do this, but it won't take that long to jump it, so... Because there's a codex right there if you saw it. What the? Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't even notice this either. The new Dicastes. Dicastes Basilius Poseidon's Herald Cycle. Now, I kind of figured when I stopped recording, it took me a while of a night. I don't think Basilius is Poseidon's rod. I think it's just a title of Grand Imperator. So yes, if you're going to correct me in the comments at the last couple of parts, yes, it probably is just Basilius being the Imperator. It's not his real name. Hey, we could be wrong. I think that's what it means. Anyways, to all Atlanteans, by order of Poseidon, the Trident King, the newly appointed has been chosen, Cassandra of Sparta. She will now be known as Dicastes of Atlantis. Her arrival is predicted in the coming days of the current cycle. Ah. So it was like a decree that was pulled over. Okay. Basically on little things you miss. Right. Atlas sleeps alone tonight. Atlas is herald. Atlas is a figure almost as respected as the king. It is in his halls of our grand city. It is in his halls that our grand city hosts travelers from afar. Atlas is the master diplomat, juggling the needs of his father, his many brothers, and their many agendas. Should dispute erupt between them, Atlas is the one who breaks the stalemate and reaches an amicable conclusion for all. Amicable.
Time to hunt by night.
So how then has he managed to live his life alone? Is there no bride good enough to stand by his side? Maybe he just hasn't chosen someone yet. Yes, we don't know. Now, there was something when I said I couldn't figure out a way into that place containing system. If this system works anything like the one in Origins, we had to unlock all the places, and then a location under the Sphinx became unlockable. then that would make sense. Because there is a codex inside all of these towers. So all these dolphin towers, excuse me, there's a codex inside of them. Which I did not notice. Well, let's say most of them anyway. Atlas. Heir to the Trident Throne. Of my 10 sons, only Atlas appears to have perfected the art of compromise. He is not just a master of politics, but in warfare and culture. Being a future leader of Atlantis requires a broad range of skills, and Atlas has learned from his siblings and their specialities. He trained with his war-loving brother Amphiades, studied the arts of Gallios, and even spent time learning the work of Consus with the contemptuous Juno as a boy. Wow. Kind of the jack of all trades. Well, I suppose. Right. Hop around to them all. And just rounds are gonna go up. Up. Come on, Cassandra. Okay, don't walk into the wall. Now, how do I enter this one? Oh, that was obvious. Cool. As is, Archon of Welfare. Oh, wow. Atlantis has not always been the tranquil paradise it is today. Our sister realms have endured dark cycles, human unrest, environmental desecration, hostility from Eden, and my citizens live in comfort and peace thanks to Aziz. My youngest son displayed compassion and love for humanity from his first breath. Growing into a trusted Archon, Aziz introduced politics to improve the lives of humans through science, which seems quite radical to my own mind. This cycle has seen improvement in both productivity and human happiness. I could not be more proud of them. Wow. These are like from Poseidon talking about his kids. Wow, interesting. We're certainly learning a lot about them from these. Okay. Evaemon, Archon of the Hunt. I've heard tales that a terrible wolf-like creature is terrorizing the city. I should like my son Evaemon. I should like my son Evaemon to find and slay this beast and present me its head for the good of all. So I'm assuming that wolf-like creature that stands as a statue might have been terrorizing the city, and maybe because that son went and slayed it, he's being recognized a hero, so it's sort of been put as a statue to showcase the heroism. Maybe that's it? I'm only guessing. Because like, why else would you have it? That's the dolphin. Where the hell is it? Wait. Down here as well. Actually, that one's up there, isn't it? So
They'll be watching for me. I need to be careful.
they're going to watch all they like, but Musings of Messiahs. I think it's probably Messiahs. Isu General, personal log. Our garrisons would prove insufficient. Humans grow bolder. Then, an insidious plan formed in Messiahs' mind. Weaponize the humans against themselves. Surely he wasn't cunning enough to come up with such a plan. So, wait, is he talking about himself or the humans? Oh, I'm confused by that one. I'm assuming he's trying to work out that about he reckons the humans aren't cunning enough. Okay, I'm assuming that's what the log means. Oh, hang on, I'll go further. And I'll walk into a tree. Come on. Come on, Cassandra. Get with the program. Thank you. Where the hell's the entrance? Oh, great. So, oh, okay, so it must be up here then. Ah, gotcha. Oh, oh, that's gonna hurt. Okay. Amphiris, Archon Defense. Amphiris, my boldest son, is the noble defender of Atlantis. In him I trust the Atlantean military to ensure peace and safety for all citizens. The sister realms have faced many dangers throughout our rich history, but Amphiris has met them all. Though I must admit to hearing reports of my son growing callous, and perhaps extreme in his methods. But I won't hear it. I've seen his compassion. Ever the noble soldier. He has vowed to never let anyone he has vowed to never let another soul suffer the same loss as he has. It's almost like he's been growing a tad soft, like even if there's overwhelming evidence, he won't believe it, even if he hears it. I want to check something. You know what I mean? It's almost like his own. He's like he's blinded by his own love. Something, you know, even if the reports were true, being extreme, it's like, nah. I know he has compassion, so. Just watch. Yep, there most certainly is one up there. Right. Elasibos, Archon of Affairs. It is not unknown to me that Elasibos sympathizes more with Aita and Juno since I sent them back to Phaeon. I'll stick with Phaeon. That's what I said before. Phaeon, and forbade them from entering Atlantis. Time will tell if my allowing this will be a mistake. Oh wow. I must admit that, you know, with all the things we heard in, you know, AC3 about, you know, the world coming to an end and all that in the game, in the AC lore, that I'm so surprised that they didn't just work at Atlantis, you know, more technology available to them, that probably would have been able to build all the towers quickly enough and come up with their plans, but it restricted them. Okay. Assuming, yep. It sounded a little bit like Poseidon's really, really stubborn. Because he doesn't want to believe certain things could be happening. I could be completely wrong, but that's how it's starting to sound. Like a king who thinks he's built the perfect world, but in actual fact he probably is built it too perfect that he thinks it's not flawed. Oh, this name again. Autogethornos, Icon of Agriculture. Working with a strange little man named Nucleus, young Autogethornos, Autochthornos, I think it's probably Autochthornos. We'll probably learn how to say it properly. Has sworn to use the fertile lands of Atlantis to feed not only my citizens, but Isu cities. My son is a dreamer, and may have his head in the dirt. Time will tell. Is a dreamer? Excuse me. Interesting. The only reason I say it's interesting because in dreams, I wonder if that's to do with that sun, and as is with Ubisoft doing all the very obvious names lighting up, I'm assuming it's to do with the lights, the puzzle of lights that we found near the Garden of Triton, and most adamantly the raw adamant. So I just so obvious. Those things are incredible. Just double check. Oh, no. Still got a few more. Oh, this is one of those ones we have to actually jump down, I think. Climb this way. Right, yep, beautiful. Up we go. Oh, yeah, whoop. Jump. Okay, that'll do. Gadiros, or Gadiros. Archon of Culture. Probably Gadiros. Gadiros, Master of the Arts, is my most beloved son, tirelessly filling imaginations with a continuous stream of entertainment. His cultural knowledge and experience grants him uncanny level of perception of Atlantis in our darkest days. Gadiros, it's probably Gadiros. Gadiros reassures us, distracts us, and raises us above the harshness of this reality. His events have created the common ground between Isu and humans in the mutual enjoyment of his work. Though I wonder if the humans can fully grasp his talent without the influence of Gadiros. Gadiros, our city could not shine as brightly. Still tired with how you pronounce these names. I should just go off my instinct and pronunciation. Really? Until I hear otherwise. I think there's only... Oh, God, got a lot more. Wow. Got a lot more than I thought. Huh. Okay. Well, when I say a lot more, probably like 2 more, but... Yep, 1 more there. Nice. That works. You say it's the lost Archon. It has broken my heart that my son Isaias has no contempt for me. Still, I leave the doors to my palace open to him, should he ever choose to return. Wow. I'm sure we heard about this in either AC3 or... was it even Black Flag or Rogue or something? No, it was kind... it might have been Rogue. I'm sure I've heard about this in one of the other AC games about him. I recognize the name talking about him, not in reference. I'm sure of it. Oh, so I've done that. It still hasn't completed. Okay. We have to do it another way. Now, are there any more? Well, I know there's at least one more, but... Nice. Yes, that definitely has it. Yep, there's another one. Dear Phrase, Archon of Invention. Persephone, Hades, and I quite literally owe the crowns upon our heads to my most inventive son, Dear Prepes. With them, he says we can control the thoughts and movements of not just humans, but Isu themselves. Though I hope we never need to. Ooh, okay. So essentially, we're learning Poseidon literally has the power to control... Wow. Okay. Nestor, Archon of Ports. There is no city like ours on this great planet. Her many ports need a watchful eye, lest they be breached by cities who don't believe...
The sun's coming up.
In our egalitarian approach. Egalitarian approach, I think. My son Mester shall be that eye. Oh, okay. So essentially he's assigned all his sons to master something. Which I can... You know, if... You know, you want to be, have all your family to be the masters of something, then that would make sense. Right. I'll tell you what, we'll do lighten up. Hang on a minute, what? Now we'll do most adamantly. So I'm pretty damn sure has something to do with the adamant that we located. I do apologize, I've totally forgotten where I found that. I'm pretty sure it was out of one of the loot boxes. So basically when you're going around collecting, you know, the codexes, the caches, it'll be in one of those. I can guarantee you of that. Well, at least 99% guarantee. Because there's the only place I've looted so far, so... The hell? Oh, is that right below us, is it? Certainly is. Bear with me just a second. I'll just quickly save it.
trust a stranger?
I'm no stranger. I'm El Peace. And I've been watching you.
Oh,
That's
really?
not ominous at all.
What do you want from us? That's the question.
I'll drop the cloak and dagger. I've been training to become like you, but training isn't enough. You're more than a warrior. The blood of the gods runs through your veins.
I thought they preferred Isu in Atlantis.
The Isu may as well be the divine. Cold, calculating, indifferent to the people milling beneath them. But it's not just Isu blood that makes you special, is it? There's something else.
Well, you tell me.
I'm talking about this. Your spear.
I'll give her the benefit of the doubt.
You weren't kidding when you said you'd been training. You're quite skilled.
That means a lot coming from you.
So, what do you want from me?
I'm involved with Atlas. He's afraid of taking the relationship public. He says his enemies would exploit me as his weakness, so he keeps me a secret.
Wait, you're in love with Atlas?
From my experience, I'm not sure Isu men truly love. Nevertheless, I need to make him see that I can be his strength. Our partnership might be a key to bridging the gap between Isu and humans.
Your love is strategic.
If we take the relationship public, we could marry and I could rule the district by his side, influence policy and ease the tension between the two groups. But so long as I am merely human, it can never be. That's why I want to be like you.
Okay. Let's get the goals first.
You seem very passionate about Atlantean politics.
Atlas doesn't approach the human and Isu conflict with compassion for humanity. I believe I can bring that compassion.
Alright, well. There's lots of suspect things going on in Atlantis anyway. Let's add to the pot.
It would be nice to have another ally in Atlantis. What's your plan?
At the Adamant Metalon, they harvest a metal used to create devices just like your spear.
My spear is the strongest metal ever forged. Could this be used to forge other weapons?
Well, adamant ingots could, but what I need is raw adamant. I know the one who can forge it for me. The Atlas can't suspect what I'm up to, so make sure you're not seen.
Is that what this metal is? I found it when I was there earlier. Here, you can have it.
Nice to see that you're as skilled as you look. I'm making the right choice to become more like you.
You're welcome. You might be... I can't done with the romances for the game. I just like to focus on. I'm just trying to decide. It's true. A weapon, you don't need weapons to do everything, but it's gonna take hard work as well. We can't choose both of them. You know what? I'm gonna say weapon because there's all sorts of powers and everything else going on in this place, and if she turns out to eventually be an enemy, we don't need to weaponize her. So it's kind of tactical, but at the same time, Atlas is not exactly the weapon bearer, from what I've been able to tell. So, yeah, go with the weapon.
It takes more than a weapon crafted from adamant to be like me.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm not crafting a weapon, but a powerful Isu device.
Oh.
Still, all you have is raw adamant.
Until I take it to a skilled blacksmith so he can forge an Isu device from the adamant.
Well, you know where to find the Castis when you need her.
The forging takes time. What we do next will change Atlantis irreversibly. You should make sure you complete all your duties as the Castis before meeting me at the Dome of Atlas.
Oh. Okay. And note where she's gonna forge it. Right, so it's basically gonna confront him. Ah, interesting. We'll do lighten up. It's all it's doing is just shifting things, I don't mind. Besides, I'm really interested to what's hidden. Okay. She doesn't really need to go around making... Look, a device is as bad as a weapon in for Isu technology. It really is. Especially using Alamant. I doubt I think she would have said something similar if we'd said hard work anyway, so... Interesting. Oh wow, look at the mist over there. Huh.
That floral regeneration project.
The what?
Oh, forgive me. Let me start from the beginning. I'm Neocles, an imperial botanist here in Atlantis. I'm engineering a way to aid floral regrowth.
The flowers here can't just grow on their own?
Oh no! You're not one of those followers of Minerva, are you?
How would we know of Minerva? Make a bit more sense if you don't mind, please.
If you don't start making sense, I'm not going to know how to help you.
Yeah.
Oh, apologies, Nicastis. You're new to Atlantis, and I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me begin. Basically, the plants are a key resource for us here. But a few cycles ago, humans overpicked them, and now the air is suffering.
You want to grow more?
In a sense, yes. I have a hypothesis, a theory that using a natural power source stronger than the sun will promote sustainable growth.
Oh, is that all?
You're losing me again.
There are devices that project beams of light around the Garden of Triton. Redirecting them using the reflective surfaces would stimulate floral regrowth.
You want me to move your lights?
Yes, and the Castis taking care of our natural resources would send a message to all of Atlantis.
A good message, I hope.
Okay. Sure. Quite what I thought was going to happen, but... Central obelisk.
Looks like all the light beams need to hit that central structure.
Right. Basically moving lights around. We could do that. I guess floral regrowth is just as amazing as any weapon, so...
That must be the device Neocles mentioned. Reminds me of how I opened the door to Atlantis.
Wait, is this... Ah, okay, gotcha. That's okay, that's automatically projected. Cool. Oh, okay, cool. Ah, damn it. I thought we could jump that. Oh, that's a shame.
That worked. First one down.
Interesting. Wow. All glowing blue. Cool. Oops, excuse me. Trying to help this gun here. Right. Let's just go up here. Right. Through the tunnel we go. Although I have a feeling we're going to need this because it has a light on it, so let me just push this here. I'll push this back here. Oh, wait a second. Oh, hang on a second. Ah, okay. Right.
Something's in the way.
Okay. Okay, so not everything is supposed to line up. That helps. Maybe it is. I'll assume this is supposed to line up here, so... Photosynthesis accelerator. Huh. Move, you damn piece. No, because it's just being a twat. Now, is that supposed to... Yep, it looks like it is.
No time.
One more. Oh, okay, the other way. Wait. Huh? Oh, right. Gotcha, gotcha. I think that's the way it's meant to go.
Something's blocking this.
Right, okay.
Beautiful. That should do it. I'll tell... That doesn't seem good. What happened?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Would it run out of power or something? Fabius, that would sound about right.
I moved your light beams. It seemed to be working, but then...
The beams are aligned, yes, but the power isn't running.
What do you think the problem is?
None of this makes any sense. The light beams should expand across the gardens and present with enhanced photons.
Is it the theories? You know what? We'll go with him for the sake of this.
Oh no, something's wrong with the photons?
Are you making fun of me? Who doesn't know what photons are?
Just me and the rest of the Greek world.
Never mind the photons. When my enhanced source powers the device, it should... Oh. Unless the light is not progressing from the source, rendering it unenhanced.
So the next step is...
Go to the control room and make sure the power source isn't displaced.
And what exactly is this source?
An igneous matter consisting of Imperial... Just make sure there's a rock in the control room.
Fine. I'll go see if this rock is there.
Where are we going exactly? Ah, birds and the bees. Okay, on that note, we will take a break here. When we come back, we'll be doing the birds and the bees, and yeah, starting to progress through the story. See you next time.